Hey everyone, finished watching the next episode of Jungle Fury, Dance the Night Away. Theo wonders where Lily is. They had a date to go out to a new restaurant. He insists it isn't a date though. He finds her upstairs showing off some new dance moves to Casey. She needs 2 assistants for a move. RJ overhears. He says that'll be good for their teamwork. He shows them a new team cannon that requires teamwork to work. At Daishi's temple, 2 Rin-Shi are arguing. A female one doesn't want to work with the other, Toadie, who has a crush on her. The female one goes out with her Rin-Shi army and they use dance moves against the Rangers. The Rangers aren't used to this technique and can't beat them. Toadie is watching. He sees her pick up Theo and he mistakes their fight for a hug or something. He grows and attacks. The Rangers call the Zords and form the Megazord. Even though Camille wasn't anywhere nearby, she comes along and so does Flit, who just has to pop in and talk. Toadie sees his crush, Stingarella, left, so he cries and runs away. Camille goes to talk to him. She pretends to care and convinces him to prove himself to Stingarella. Daishi, meanwhile, is arguing with one of the Rin-Shi. At Jungle Karma Pizza, RJ tells Lily to teach her new dance to Theo and Casey. They struggle to get in sync, but eventually they figure it out. They use their newly mastered abilities to defeat Stingarella's Rin-Shi. Toadie appears and tells Stingarella he'll fight for her. She finds him charming now, for some reason, and decides to work with him. They walk away arm in arm, and the Rangers summon the new cannon. Casey and Theo don't want to work together for some reason. Their lack of cooperation leads to them dropping the cannon and the bad guys leaving. Later, Casey and Theo argue about the fight. Lily comes in and talks some sense into them. They can now work as a team, I guess, and use the cannon to destroy Toadie. And then they use the Megazord to destroy Stingarella. Once again, Flit pops in to ruin the episode. Later, Theo opens up to Fran that he and Lily used to be best friends, but now Casey is there and he has to get used to him. RJ walks by and says Lily is waiting for Theo outside for their dinner date. Theo jumps up and rushes out. This episode is fine. If this was a little earlier, I'd probably enjoy it more. Theo and Casey's conflict feels really forced. I think we should have seen a better instance of Lily hanging out with Casey over Theo. Theo would still appear petty, but his stance would be slightly more understandable. Regardless, it's hard to be in a plot like this and still come off reasonable. The Rin-Shi get some character stuff, but like the Rangers, it's forced, and unlike the Rangers, it won't go anywhere because they both die. Daishi fights a bit with a snake Rin-Shi, and I don't know why the scene was here. Pretty pointless. If it's setting up for something in the future, it is not well set up at all. I don't really know what either of them really want or what their beef is with each other. The Rangers get a cannon, not created from their individual weapons, uniquely. Flit is still annoying. I wish he'd get blown up or something. This episode was so boring, I looked to Ranger Wiki to see if there was any interesting trivia for it. The trivia notes are especially pedantic for this episode, for some reason. So yeah, the Jungle Fury so far has been pretty weak. Strong first episode, complete snooze fest after. I think the show needed some fresh vision, a new take. I'm really understanding why RPM went in such a unique direction. The show is a freaking zombie. This is the modern Simpsons of Power Rangers. In a vacuum, it's acceptable. It may even be good, but after 16 seasons, there has to be something new. This has all been there, done that. I could go on longer about how dull and unimaginative the show is, longer than the actual episode. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.